Starting with perhaps the most meaningful change on the iPhone 14 Pro lineup is with the camera. We are getting not one, not two, but actually 3 new camera sensors for the iPhone 14 Pro and the 14 Pro Max. First up is the main 48 megapixel sensor. It brings 8K video along with more megapixels to give you a lot more quality in your shots and of course improve that low light video performance. Then we have a brand new ultra wide angle lens which has better low light performance compared to the previous generation. And finally, we have a brand new front camera sensor across all iPhone 14 models. All of these camera sensors are primarily improving the main thing, which is the low light performance. Next up is the design, and we finally have a new design change which is going to set the iPhone 14 Pro apart compared to Apple's previous generation. Nobody expected this, but Apple is going for a pill-shaped punch hole cutout for the iPhone 14 Pro and the Pro Max. It's a little bit smaller than a notch, but it almost feels like a notch that used to sit on the top of the display, but now it's gonna be on the actual screen. A lot of people have mixed opinion about this, but majority of people think that this is ugly. Apple is obviously trying to make this work by doing something different, which is bringing some indicator lights within the actual pill hole. There might be more functions associated with this, but yeah, the pill hole is what the new visual change is on the new iPhone 14 Pro lineup. Now, you may not like the design, but Apple is bringing one thing that everyone loves, which is of course the absolute amazing battery life for both iPhone 14 Pro and the 14 Pro Max. Yes, the iPhone 14 Pro models are set to bring bigger batteries compared to the previous generation, and considering how the 13 Pro Max and the 13 Pro are the literal battery king of smartphone world, the 14 Pro series is only going to extend that lead even further. Next, we have faster charging. This is one feature that no one expected, but Apple is actually bringing faster 30-watt fast charging, which is going to be a decent upgrade over the 20-watt fast charging speed of the iPhone 13 series. Moving on, we have iOS 16, which is going to be on board with all the iPhone 14 models right out of the box. The iOS 16 brings a lot of new changes, mainly to the lock screen, which is, in my opinion, a better implementation compared to Android, considering how fun and easy it is to customize everything with all the different categories and the way you can customize the text and the depth addition by Apple. All of that is super amazing. Apart from that, iOS 16 will continue to deliver the best animation performance on any smartphone out there. Now, just for the iPhone 14 Pro series, iOS 16 will offer a very special feature, which is the always-on mode. Now, I understand that we had this on Android for years, but Apple is doing their own spin on it, and considering what they've done with their lock screen customization, their always-on mode implementation will be special. We're going to see a unique blend of notification, time, and your wallpaper melting in the background, showing you the important information while also not affecting the battery life. Now, Samsung is the reason why Apple is able to implement the always-on mode functionality on the iPhone 14 Pro series, because they are getting the latest OLED displays from Samsung. Yes, the iPhone 14 Pro series will get the latest LTPO displays. These screens can bring the refresh rate down to 1 Hz, meaning Apple can add always-on mode functionality without having to worry about the battery life. Next up, we have the Apple A16 or Apple A16 Pro chip. We're not getting a new chip for the non-Pro iPhones, but the Pro iPhones are getting the best of the best, which is literally the best chip you can have on any smartphone out there. It is still based on 5nm architecture, but considering how Apple designed their chips, it's going to have the best performance on any phone out there. Now, next on the list, we have a very special feature, which is the satellite connectivity. This is a groundbreaking feature which will let users send text messages regardless of any SIM connectivity, no matter where you are in the world. Apple has been working on this for years now, and is set to finally come with the iPhone 14 series. And last but not the least, MagSafe connectivity is getting stronger and better. There's going to be even more MagSafe accessories coming with the iPhone 14 lineup. So there we go. These were some of the top 10 exciting features of the iPhone 14 Pro series. As for the non-Pro iPhone 14 series, I like to call them Robbery Edition because there's literally not much that has changed. Let me know which feature is exciting and what do you think about the new design. With that being said, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Suck me in slow, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you, and the black and eyes make my way. to know what you know.